Hi, this is Sean Rosenthal, and I got my eye on Manhattan Beach.
Okay, welcome back to the men's finals of the 2010 Manhattan Beach Open, the 50th anniversary, right here on Ion Sports. Featuring Sean Rosenthal, Aaron Rochvogel versus Billy Strickland and Dana Camacho. Just a quick note, Rosenthal was the 2009 Manhattan Beach Open champion. Let's go to the beach.
Jump serve by Rosie. Easy jump serve.
Are you surprised he's going to Billy Strickland?
Well, not now, looking at that that misset by Camacho. You know, when you don't move your feet to get to the ball setting, you're going to make a mistake, and that's exactly it. Camacho doesn't want to move. Now that we have a side change, Randy's over here. He's waiting, chomping at the bit.
Yeah, we're going to bring him in and talk about this. Randy, you see this match going on. Size up the players for us. Randy Stoklos, one of the great champions of Manhattan Beach, with us here on the side of the court.
Well, first of all, very intimate setting here, very unique to these guys in the last decade. The players being able and having this opportunity to play with the crowd right up to the edge of the lines is just nothing like they've ever encountered before. There's a little bit of fatigue involved right now. I've seen that the team of Watchvogel is kind of they're kind of dominating right now in that respect. 6-0 going into this next serve with a great 8th serve down the line.
You've got 3 aces there, Sinjin. Now, that's tough to psychologically come back from, is it?
No, not necessarily. Particularly in this format, you have to serve to score a point. If these guys can get on track, if Camacho and Strickland can get on track and they can start scoring points, they can hold Rosenthal to 6 and come back.
Randy, what kind of advice would you give to Billy Strickland in blocking? And you spent a lot of time, and you had to suffer through the adjustment of no blocking over to blocking over. He has a great ability and great height. What advice would you give him?
Well, everybody wants to hit to the fat of the court, which is the cross court, usually. And so if you take that away, then it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. They've got to make a move by turning that ball at a lower trajectory down the line and obviously go to the shot where your defender can go and get after that ball.
And checking in with Billy Strickland.
What does it mean for you to be competing in this historic and famous event?
It means a lot because just so many people in this town care about the sport so much, so it's just a great crowd, and you come out here and perform your best in front of them is what I aim to do.
So what would be some words of wisdom that you'd give an up-and-coming volleyball player who wants to be professional as well?
Just go down, hang out at the beach, try and play as many games as you can, try and find some older players to emulate, just put in your time on the sand.
And while we were listening to Randy commentate, a point garnered by Strickland and Camacho on a failed attempt attack, but now back to serve is Aaron Wattvogel out of Redondo Beach, California. Played his collegiate ball at the University of the Pacific, but has been on the tour since about 2003. Little poke shot by Camacho. Here comes Rosie.
Yeah, you know what? Camacho's in trouble. He didn't even try to jump. It wasn't a great set, but he didn't try to jump. He's got to get his legs, the blood pumping through his legs, and start jumping. Otherwise, he's not going to have a chance out here.
Randy, what do you remember as one of the worst dates you ever cramped?
It only happened one time in my life, and I wasn't prepared. I wasn't in shape. There was definitely a long games that we had to play, and it wasn't a great feeling, especially when you lose to your opponent that way. I prided myself in being in the best of shape, and I felt if a team beat me, then that was just okay. But if I went down on cramps and I beat myself, and that was a hard way to accept a loss.
Sinjin, looking at the summer of 2010 here in Southern California, it has been overcast, it has been cold, it has been damp. These guys haven't been playing in the sun every day, all day, like they've had to play this weekend. This is really the first nice full weekend we've had.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The weather's been absolutely perfect. There's another one of Camacho's sky balls. That's a good one. And that's a bad pass, but you make a good recovery, and Strickland has a chance for a point. Oh, great dig. Oh, almost.
Billy reached up for that, made a strong attack. Is that going to help them with their psyche right now?
Yeah, certainly. Anytime you score a point, it can change the whole match. 1 point in this kind of scoring system can change the whole match, and they can come back. It's 2-7. This game by no means is over. There's another
This is
one.
Dana Camacho, the high ball taken by Sean Rosenthal. Here comes Rosie, and he shoots it to the corner.
Yeah, you know, that's a very smart play. Rosenthal got a nice high set in front of him and allowed him to take a look at the defense. Strickland puts up a big block, but if the defense isn't moving behind him, it's easy for him to place the ball where Camacho isn't, because he is not moving at all.
Here comes the jump serve. Sean Rosenthal puts it up. It's a nice set by Camacho, and Billy buries it deep.
He was telling everybody that was over the block.
He's trying to play with Wachvogel, is he not?
He's kind of rubbing it in his face, I think. And if they weren't friends, I'd say he's trying to get in his head and trying to mess with him.
Hi, I'm Paige Jensen, and I've got my eye on Manhattan Beach.
Did you have any situations where you tried to get inside somebody's head, Randy, while you're sitting here with us, you could tell us about that you remember, especially about here at Manhattan?
I never tried to get into anybody's head. How dare you? No, to be honest with you, you know, beach volleyball and volleyball in general is a game of, you know, thinking, and it's a non-contact sport, so you have to kind of, you know, have a little bit of sense of urgency, want, need, whatever you can do, and to get to throw off your opponent's game, that, you know, you can use it. But fair play is always good.
Aaron Wachvogel back to serve. His team leads right now, 7-2. High ball, here comes Camacho. Oh, and a quick shot set. Did he miss that, St-John?
Yeah, they've been running a quick set all day long, but that was a little too quick. There's no way that Camacho could have jumped, even if he was jumping and attacked that ball. All he was trying to do is get it over the net, make a short little dink, but to no avail. Now they're down by 6 points. Side change, 8 serving 2.
Yeah, tough time, but a good time. The scoreboard here, not electronic. It's almost like carving numbers in the sand. They've got one of the rec boards up from the park, and somebody stands up every few moments and shows everybody what the score is. This is truly old school volleyball. Manhattan Beach electing to salvage the Manhattan Beach Open in its 50th year after the Association of Volleyball Professionals was unable to stage the event. They teamed with the CBVA, the California Beach Volleyball Association, to make sure that this happened, and local sponsors stepped in to make it work, and you're watching it right here on Ion Sports. Here comes the attack. Rosie buries it, and Strickland tries to get it up.
You know, Camacho actually jumped on that last play, but I'm going to comment on old school. You know, one thing they did is they brought in professional referees, and you know why they did that. If this was Randy and I, and we just beat Hovland and Dodd in the finals of the losers or winners back to get to the finals of the tournament, Hovland would be the ref. Imagine that. The loser of the game before would ref the next game. So we just beat Hovland, and he sits down to ref the next game that we're playing, and that never really worked out very well for us.
Yeah, I actually remember one time when we had refs back in the 80s. However, we didn't have enough. I got to ref a game with Ricky and Karch playing in Redondo at the old Kings Harbor just down the way here. And I felt sorry for all those guys having to have me ref.
Did you make any calls?
I had to call the game and ref the game. That was a lot of fun back in those days. I'm just glad it wasn't your match. Randy would have yelled at me, I think. Here comes the attack, and it's a nice dig by Camacho. Here's the attack by Rosenthal off the block. Randy, what could Billy have done there to prevent that ball coming off his arms?
Well, you're defending against one of the best hitters in the world. I don't know much what he could have done there. It's a big court. There's a lot of area to go and take over. But ultimately, they got to stay on one player here, I feel, and you know, shut down some angles, force a player to go and shoot the ball a little bit, and let Camacho try to run down a ball.
Camacho reminds me a lot of Tim Hovland's style of play, getting ready. Just grabbed a slice of pizza and a Coke right before the game, and has a little bit of an unorthodox approach to this versus Billy Strickland, St. John.
So let's go back and have a look at the Ion Legends of Pro Beach Volleyball ceremonial first serve that took place right before the finals, appropriately featuring several past Manhattan Open champions and legends, including Sean Rosenthal, who happens to be in the finals, and the mayor of Manhattan Beach. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the court, stand 5 men whose names are on the pier as champions in Manhattan Beach. Please welcome the native out of Mariposa High, went on to San Diego State, one of the all-time greats in beach volleyball, the local boy, Mike Dye. Time team that can made up purpose and the history of the South Bay. Out of Playa del Rey, California, the University of Southern California. Say hello to the mighty one, Tim Holler. When you discuss rivalries in any sport, whether it's the Lakers, the Celtics, or anything else, Holler and God detested these two more than anyone else in the history of the game. From Santa Monica, California originally, now making his home in Pacific Palisades, out of UCLA, his name adorns with 3 different people. Please welcome Christopher St. John St. John Smith. Out of Pacific Palisades, who also is on the pier a numerous amount of times with 3 different partners, including St. John. Please welcome the king of the prom, Randy Stokely. And tying the old to the new, the reigning champion of Manhattan Beach, a product of the South Bay and the 35-30 court. If you will, please welcome the leader of operators, Sean Rosenthal. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for a ceremonial first serve. Gentlemen, behind you is the number of you from Manhattan Beach. You'll make this on the opposite side of the court. You'll make the serve, they'll grab the ball, you'll autograph it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the 50th annual Manhattan Beach Open. All ace serves. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for the city of Manhattan Beach for standing by beach volleyball and giving it its great day on its 50th anniversary.
2010 Manhattan Beach Open, right here on Ion Sports, is brought to you by City of Manhattan Beach. 12th and Pilot, Digston. What do you get? Vector Accessories. Rub Robot. Stay tuned, don't go away.